Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. India celebrates historic docking of Dragon spacecraft carrying Indian astronaut Shubhanshu Shukla to International Space Station. India thanks Israel, Iran, Jordan, Egypt, Armenia and Turkmenistan for their support in evacuation efforts carried out under Operation Sindhu. World-famous Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath and his two siblings begins today at Puri in Odisha. US President Donald Trump hints at signing a very big trade deal with India soon. US to hold Quad Foreign Ministers meeting in Washington, D.C. on 1st of July. India wins bid to host prestigious 2029 World Police and Fire Games, and finals of men's and women's hockey India Masters Cup to be played today in Chennai. And now the news in detail. India celebrated the historic docking of Dragon spacecraft carrying Indian astronaut Shubhanshu Shukla to International Space Station. Indian Space Research Organisation congratulated Axiom Space, NASA and SpaceX as Axiom 4 mission spacecraft carrying Group Captain Shukla successfully docked with the ISS at 4:15 p.m. IST yesterday, marking a significant achievement in global space exploration. ISRO mentioned that a team led by the Secretary, Department of Space and Chairman ISRO, V. Narayanan, witnessed the historic moment in the Mission Control Room at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston. Lauding the milestone, Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh said the mission reflects the spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat and Vishwa Bandhu Bharat ideals envisioned by Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
The Axiom 4 mission marks India's most direct contribution to space biosciences. Indian astronaut Shukla will conduct 7 fully indigenous microgravity experiments during his stay at ISS. The 7 experiments are poised to make vital contributions to sustainability in space and innovation on Earth. All these experiments have been entirely developed by Indian institutions, and that the scientific findings will be shared globally to benefit all of humanity. The first experiment examines the behavior of edible microalgae in microgravity. The study will look at growth, metabolism, and oxygen carbon dioxide recycling potential, which are critical for sustaining life on long-duration space missions. The second experiment explores the germination and nutritional profiles of sprouting seeds like moong and methi in space. The study is expected to help develop nutrient-rich medicinal food options for astronauts. The final experiment involves exposing seeds of rice, cowpea, sesame, brinjal, and tomato to space conditions to test their resilience. This research could pave the way for space agriculture and the development of climate-resilient crops for Earth. Aishwarya Rai Nigam, Akashvani News, Delhi.
That was a report by our correspondent Aishwarya Rai Nigam on Axiom 4 mission. The RSS has called for reviewing the words socialist and secular in the preamble of the Constitution, saying these were included during the emergency and were never part of the Constitution drafted by B.R. Ambedkar. Addressing an event on 50 years of emergency in New Delhi, the RSS General Secretary Dattatreya Hosable said Baba Saheb Ambedkar never used these words in the preamble of the Constitution.
आपातकाल के दौरान भारत के संविधान के प्रस्तावना में प्रियम्बल में 2 शब्द जोड़े गए हैं। लोगों को मालूम है सेक्युलरिज्म और सोशलिज्म के, वो प्रस्तावना में नहीं थे। पहले उन 2 शब्दों को जोड़ा है, बाद में इसको निकालने के प्रयत्न हुआ नहीं है। चर्चा हुई, दोनों प्रकार के आर्गुमेंट्स हुए, तो क्या वो रहनी चाहिए प्रस्तावना में, ये विचार होना चाहिए।
World-famous Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath and his two siblings, elder brother Lord Balbhadra and younger sister Devi Subhadra, begins today at Puri in Odisha. Currently, the rituals of the Lords are going on inside the temple. Since the deities will be appearing in the public, the day is extraordinary, attracting devotees to the pilgrim city. A report from a correspondent.
A total of 148 festivals are celebrated annually at the Puri Jagannath temple. Of these, Rath Yatra is the most renowned. According to the ritual schedule, devotees will begin pulling the chariots around 4 p.m. The Yatra, which starts from Puri temple, will end at the Sri Gundicha temple, covering a nearly 3 km distance, while Taladhwaja of Lord Balabhadra will roll along the Puri Grand Road. Darpadalana of Devi Subhadra will be the first to trail behind. Lord Jagannath's Nandighosh, the largest of the 3 chariots, will follow after the other two. It is expected that the chariots will reach Gundicha temple before the sunset. The deities will have a 9-day sojourn at Gundicha temple and they will return to Sri Mandir after completing their yatra on the same chariots called the Bahuda Jatra or the Return Car Festival on the 5th of July. The Puri Sri Mandir administration anticipates that about 13 lakh people will participate in the chariot festival. Multi-layer security arrangements have been put in place to ensure smooth conduct of the festival. SN Patnaik, Akashvani News.
In Gujarat, 148th edition of annual Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath began this morning in Ahmedabad amidst tight security arrangements. Union Home Minister Amit Shah performed Mangal Aarti at Sri Jagannath Temple in Ahmedabad and sought blessings and devotional darshan ahead of the 148th Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath early in the morning today. We have a report.
Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel performed the Pahind ritual, the symbolic path cleaning by golden broom at Lord Jagannath Temple to kickstart the procession. Lord Jagannath was given a guard of honor for the first time this year ahead of the 148th Rath Yatra. Gujarat Police rendered this special tribute to the deity before the Pahind Vidhi ceremony. The decorated chariots of Lord Jagannath, followed by elder brother Lord Baldevji and sister Devi Subhadra, will travel on their traditional route during the day to give blessings to the devotees. Lakhs of devotees are expected to take part in the Rath Yatra to seek blessings from the Lord Jagannath. Elaborate security arrangements have been made en route the Yatra. Anil Patel, Akashvani News, Ahmedabad.
The India Meteorological Department, or IMD, has said the southwest monsoon has further advanced into parts of Punjab, Rajasthan and Haryana. It said the conditions are favourable for the further advance of the southwest monsoon over the remaining parts of the country during the next 3 to 4 days. IMD also predicted heavy to very heavy rainfall at isolated places over Kerala, Mahe, Uttarakhand, Rajasthan and Gujarat till tomorrow. The weather agency further said that rainfall is also expected in Delhi, Haryana, Chandigarh, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Konkan, Goa, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Karaikal today. Due to widespread rainfall, cloudbursts and flooding at several locations in Himachal Pradesh, there have been reports of loss of life and property. We have more from our correspondent.
In Himachal Pradesh, cloudburst incidents have damaged 15 houses and affected 2 national highways. In Khaniara near Dharamshala, 5 bodies have been recovered from the Manuni stream, where 8 workers were swept away in a flash flood. 3 are still reported missing. According to Chief Minister Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu, 2 hydropower projects have also sustained damage due to the cloudburst and assessment is underway. He has appealed the residents and tourists to remain cautious and stay away from rivers and streams. The Meteorological Department has issued a yellow alert for heavy rainfall in some parts of the state over the next 3 days. Ritesh Kapoor, Akashvani News, Shimla.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download the News on AIR app. India has expressed gratitude to the governments of Israel, Iran, Jordan, Egypt, Armenia and Turkmenistan for their support in the evacuation efforts carried out under ongoing Operation Sindhu. Addressing a weekly media briefing, Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said India has so far mounted 14 flights to bring back its nationals from the war zone in Iran. Due to the closure of the Israeli airspace, Indian nationals were also taken to the bordering countries of Jordan and Egypt, from where they were flown back to India on special flights. India launched Operation Sindhu on 18th of June to evacuate its nationals from Iran and Israel. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today held talks with Admiral Dong Jun, the Defence Minister of China, on the sidelines of the SCO Defence Ministers meeting in Qingdao, China. In a social media post, Mr. Singh said that they had a constructive and forward-looking exchange of views on issues pertaining to bilateral relations. The Defence Minister also expressed his happiness over the resumption of the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra after a gap of nearly 6 years. He said that it is incumbent on both sides to maintain this positive momentum and avoid adding new complexities to the bilateral relationship. US President Donald Trump has hinted at signing a very big trade deal with India soon. Speaking at an event, Mr. Trump said they have just signed the deal with China and a big one will come with India soon.
But we're having some great deals. We have one coming up maybe with India, very big one, where we're going to open up India. In the China deal, we're starting to open up China, things that never really could have happened. And the relationship with every country has been very good.
The United States will host the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting on 1st of July in Washington, D.C. Principal Deputy Spokesperson for U.S. Department of State Tommy Pigott announced that Secretary of State Marco Rubio will host the foreign ministers from Australia, India and Japan for the 2025 Quad Foreign Ministers meeting next week.
And next week, Secretary Rubio will host foreign ministers from Australia, India, and Japan for the 2025 Quad Foreign Ministers meeting on July 1st in Washington, D.C. The Secretary's first diplomatic engagement was with the Quad, and next week's summit builds on that momentum to advance a free, open, and secure Indo-Pacific.
Moving on to the world of sports, India has won the bid to host the prestigious 2029 World Police and Fire Games. We have more from our sports desk.
The 2029 World Police and Fire Games is set to take place across Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar and Ekta Nagar in Gujarat. This announcement was made after a compelling presentation by Indian representatives to the WPFG Federation in Birmingham, USA. In a social media post, Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel called it a proud moment for Gujarat, highlighting the state's growing status as a global sporting destination. In Hockey India Masters Cup, finals of men's and women's category will be played today in Chennai. In men's category, Tamil Nadu will be up against Maharashtra, while in the women's event, Odisha will take on Punjab in the crucial title clash. In football, India have been drawn alongside hosts Kuwait, Australia and Mongolia in Group A of the AFC Futsal Asian Cup 2026 qualifiers. The qualifiers will be held at Kuwait City between September 20 to 24 this year. With Sanyukta Yadav, Chirag Jha, Sports Desk.
The government has authorized the use of Aadhaar authentication for candidate verification in examinations conducted by the Institute of Banking Personnel Selection, IBPS. In a notification issued by the Department of Financial Services under the Ministry of Finance, IBPS can now use Aadhaar authentication on voluntary basis for verifying the identity of candidates during examinations and recruitment processes conducted by it. The Directorate of Revenue Intelligence DRI has seized 39 containers carrying 1,115 metric tons of Pakistani origin goods valued at nearly 9 crore rupees at Nhava Sheva port in Mumbai. As per the officials, the containers were being illegally imported into India by sea via Dubai yesterday. They said the consignments were falsely declared as UAE origin, masking their Pakistani origin. However, investigations revealed that these goods actually originated from Pakistan and were merely transshipped via Dubai for import into India. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Anita Anand.
Thank you, Anuja. The top front page headlines in all the dailies talk about the step that could help India accomplish its manned missions to space and the moon. The Hindustan Times writes, Shukla scripts history as Axiom 4 docks at ISS. Centre revives Tulbul project to claim use of western rivers to optimize India's share of water from Indus, Chenab and Jhelum, says the Asian Age. The Pioneer cites the tightening of visa process for the United States, asking travellers to disclose their social media activity in the interest of national security. Stock markets back on the upswing. The Economic Times says Dalal Street heats up to 9-month high as West Asia cools. The Times of India writes, black box data downloaded, AI crash info likely in 10 days. And finally, the Statesman reports India evacuated over 4,000 people from Iran and Israel under Operation Sindhu. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Anita. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India celebrates historic docking of Dragon spacecraft carrying Indian astronaut Shubhanshu Shukla to International Space Station. India thanks Israel, Iran, Jordan, Egypt, Armenia and Turkmenistan for their support in evacuation efforts carried out under Operation Sindhu. World-famous Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath and his 2 siblings begins today at Puri in Odisha. US President Donald Trump hints at signing a very big trade deal with India soon. US to hold Quad Foreign Ministers meeting in Washington, D.C. on 1st of July. India wins bid to host prestigious 2029 World Police and Fire Games, and finals of men's and women's hockey India Masters Cup to be played today in Chennai. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.